Cause we're living in a material world, and I am a
Material girl.
There you go. Yeah, you know the song. So yeah, for years, I mean, from the time I heard that song as a child until maybe a couple weeks ago, I never thought about what that song's about. I always just assumed she was just like really into fabric. You know, Madonna just likes different fabrics and materials and stuff. My mom was a seamstress, so that just is what made sense to me, and I never pondered the lyrics of that song again. But yeah, it's not at all. She's just really into consumerism. There's another song, I had to look this one up. It's by a guy named Little John, or Lil John. But I hear it on the radio, I'm driving down the street, and it goes, snap your fingers, do your step, yeah. And I always thought, I looked the lyrics up because it's like, it can't be that. But I always sing it, snap your fingers, do your stare. And so I'll be driving down the road, and I'm thinking, what is this music video like? Where people are like, snap your fingers, do your stare.
No.
And I'm just like looking, like that's so awkward. I can't handle that. Like when I was a kid, you watch wrestling. I'm just really dumb. I don't think about what things actually are. And so watching wrestling as a kid, and they would announce Rowdy Roddy Piper, I always thought it was just Roddy Piper. Like they just double up his name, Roddy Piper. And so I would go around playing on the playground with my friend, Roddy Piper, and they were like, what? And I think they just thought, yeah, he said it right. Yeah, he can't be that dumb, but here I am. And then another one that I discovered recently, I was on a Home Depot website, and I was searching, what do you call those things that you go pick up leaves and stuff around your yard with?
A vacuum.
No. Hey, you got a yard. No, it's like you load it all into the thing and you haul it around. It's got a wheel up front.
Something
A wheelbarrow, right? Wheelbarrow. So I'm looking on the Home Depot website for a wheelbarrow, and it's just spinning because it's called a wheelbarrow. That's based on some English word that they amalgamated. I don't know. And then, we should know this because we live in East Texas, but I've always called it bobbed wire. Like a guy named Bob invented this wire. It's bobbed wire. Or like you galvanize metal and they just bobbed this wire. I don't know. But it's barbed wire. And recently, you know how like you hear things like phrases and stuff, and it's just like, I never heard this before, but then you hear it once, or maybe you had heard it, but then you never thought about it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's what that is, and you hear it like several different places. So recently I've been hearing about all these celebrities or musicians or whatever that are just on this meteoric rise. And I never, I've heard that term for years, but just recently I understood it's like in relation to a meteor, travels really fast, and their star is shooting high. I always thought it was like it's meteoric rise. I never understood what that was. And then, you're watching football, and you have the analyst that's talking about the play-by-play of the game and everything. And then there's the guy next to him that's usually an ex-athlete, maybe a quarterback, or if it's basketball, whatever position. And they're talking about the game, and they are called a color commentator. What I thought that was forever was you have some race-based crime that happens, and they trot out Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or somebody to commentate on the color thing that had just happened. That is not what a color commentator is. It would be cooler if that's what we call those guys, in my opinion. But anyway, so I was changing the toilet seat on my toilet earlier today. That's not really the punchline. I'm not really going to go into why it needed to be changed out. It was broken. You can see me. You know what I'm working with. Anyway, so I was changing out the toilet seat on my toilet. And as I'm looking at this toilet without the seat on it, it just looks so weird to me. Like, who sells a product that you need something else for it to be useful? I mean, fully useful. Guys can still use it, I guess. I did. Too much information. But, like, I don't go to McDonald's and go through the drive-thru and get a burger, and they just put a bun with a piece of meat and cheese and no top bun. Well, I mean, they might at McDonald's. I don't know. I've had some experience. I'm trying to, not on purpose. They don't. I ordered a book off of Amazon a couple weeks ago. I didn't get just a bunch of loose leaf pages in the box. There was like a cover bound to the thing. It was a full book. It wasn't like a toilet with no seat. If you're like me, you're gonna have Madonna or Lil Jon stuck in your head. So I don't want to leave you with that. So I'm gonna leave you with this banger. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance, and each day start. Y'all don't know this song?
No.
It's a commercial. It's like a banger. Oh man, it's a banger. So anyway, y'all should get into the Jardiance jingle. It's great. So that's my time. Here goes Tommy. One time, Matt. Matt Oregon. He's pretty good. He's a funny guy.
I mean, he's really not pitching Applebee's very well, though, because you're missing a toilet seat. That just didn't really pitch Applebee's really well. Go to Applebee's and your toilet seat's gone. I mean, I don't know, Matt. I would rethink that one. Anyway, now coming to the stage, a young man that risked life and all other kind of things. I can't think of right this minute. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's not Hank Hill, it's Nick Hill.
Yeah.